Hello, welcome again to Political Empire. This is Jeff Horseman with the Press Enterprise and PE.com. And in today's show, we're going to be talking about a bill regarding texting while driving that could undo the legacy of a former local assemblyman. And then we're going to talk about a federal court decision regarding Indian casino gaming that could have implications here. So first, former Assemblyman Jeff Miller of Corona is just a few months removed from office, and already one of his legislative successes is in jeopardy. Miller, a Republican, was the author of a bill that legalized voice-operated texting and created an exemption to the state's ban on texting behind the wheel. But a new bill by Assemblyman Jim Frazier, who's a Democrat from Oakley, would delete the language inserted by Miller's law. According to Frazier's office, any kind of texting is unsafe because it distracts the driver. Now, San Diego County's Rincon band of Luiseno Indians this month became the first California tribe to get a casino agreement through the federal courts after winning a years-long legal fight against the state. And here to talk about this is our Sacramento reporter, Jim Miller. So, Jim, why did the Rincon tribe go this route?
Well, this case goes back to 2004, and this was after the election of Governor Schwarzenegger in the 2003 recall, and he was renegotiating and, in some cases, negotiating casino compacts with tribes in California. Some of those tribes agreed to pay money to the state general fund, which is the source of money for most state programs and services, and in return, they received state permission to install more slot machines. The Rincon tribe refused to do this. They contended that the being required to pay the general fund in return for getting permission to increase the size of their casino violated federal law. So this case has been working its way through the courts for the past several years. Some lower courts sided with the tribe, and in 2011, the Supreme Court declined to reconsider those rulings. And then most recently, the U.S. Department of Interior essentially issued a compact for the tribe and imposed that on the state of California.
All right. So what are the implications here locally? We have a number of tribes that have casino operations.
Well, and several of these tribes renegotiated their compacts in 2006 in a way that they traded payments to the general fund in return for getting permission to install more slot machines. That is exactly the kind of scenario that the Rincon tribe objected to. So under one kind of interpretation of the Rincon case, that those tribes could go to the Brown administration and say, we want to reopen this. Under another interpretation of the Rincon case, though, it would only apply to compacts going forward, not be retroactive. And in 2006, these tribes agreed to make these payments to the general fund, which is different from the Rincon case. And then lastly, what was pointed out in the story is, maybe there may be some thoughts by some of these tribes that it might not make good political sense to try to void their 2006 compacts because they currently have a monopoly on Las Vegas style gaming in the state. And, if they stop making payments to the general fund, that maybe would turn off some of the public.
All right, some interesting scenarios there. Well, thank you very much, Jim. I appreciate your time. And thank you, as always, for watching Political Empire. We'll see you next time.